That was the reason I did not want us to have a meet. Like I felt it would not be useful to have the meeting last 2 weeks because we had like pending tasks that we are yet to handle. I wouldn't want us to come back and be talking about things that we have not done. So yeah. Oh yeah. Winifred cannot speak. She's on the road. That's fine. That's fine. So let me quickly share. We just have two things on our agenda. I'm hoping sorry about that. I'm hoping that maybe people from the attendance or from the audience will have something they want to talk about. But from me, we have just two important things. The other one that we're supposed to talk about, the people who are going to handle it are not available, right? At the moment. That's Yiga and Victoria. I don't know if Victoria is here. But she's not here. So Yiga and Victoria are not here currently, so we cannot talk about the auditing. Well, we can talk about the research and yeah, just share the Google Meet. So we can talk about the research and CHAOSS, which are the two important things that are going on in the community for now. I think Brian wanted to add some things, but Brian has been very busy too, I think. So yeah, Brian, Yiga, and Victoria cannot be here with us, so we'll have to work with what we have. So we just have two things to talk about on the agenda. So update on the suggestion for the panel discussion. I felt like it would be great to give you people updates so far. Let me share the brief. A brief was created. A brief was created for the panel discussion. So I'll share it and maybe you can look at it and tell us if you have something to add, maybe a suggestion or something. But we suggested this officially in the community call, the CHAOSS Africa community call, where the CHAOSS con is currently being planned. And yeah, we drafted an official document, which is that you're seeing there in the chat. So please feel free to put your own suggestions. So Hamza, I don't know if how available will you be in Lagos for the event? Will you be coming for the CHAOSScon slash Oscar Fest?
Yeah, I would love to, and I've been planning to clear everything that will be a blocker for me not to be in Lagos around that time. So I'll try as
Okay,
much as
we
I could
are
to.
okay. So as it concerns this CHAOSS panel brief, I was hoping there would be some sort of certainty from your part because we would want to invite you as a panelist in the in one of the as one of the panelists in the session. So we want
Oh
to
wow,
the
that's
reason
nice.
some of the yeah. Yeah, so the reason because you've been an active contributor to accessibility and not just in CHAOSS, but in other open source communities like Oscar Fair. So we really want someone who has actively contributed to come and talk about open source in accessibility in open source space. We also want a maintainer and we also want two people with disabilities. So I spoke to Ruth about bringing somebody all the way from Abuja. Sorry, Kaduna, right? That's where you stay. Is it
It's
Kaduna?
kind of weird. I live in Kano.
Sorry, Kano. I'm missing
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
northern states. Oh, I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
Never mind. Yeah, because it's kind of confusing because we have like three Ks in the north: Kano, Kaduna, and Katsina, I think. Oh, there is also
Yeah.
KP. So it's very easy to confuse them. But nevertheless, you have been forgiven.
Okay. So now the problem that we have is the distance. If the person were in Lagos, sure thing, because like I said, Accessibility Nigeria is helping out with sponsoring attendees who have disabilities to attend events in Lagos. So I think where the problem lies is that your community members are not in Lagos, which is where the problem is. So I don't know how that's going to work. And Ruth says the budget is really tight for intrastate travel. So I'm not sure you'll be able to bring someone all the way from Kano to this place, right? Unless the person is coming on their own, which is not likely possible, if I'm right.
We will look for other alternatives. For example, we can seek funding elsewhere to attend because it's very important for them to arrive for.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I have something in mind. If that thing is not even possible, so we can even record a session with them here in Kano so that we can play it over there at the conference. I don't know how you think. I don't know. Maybe it's
Um,
something that we can discuss about.
Yes, about that, I think I also need to speak to the media team for CHAOSS. I'm already in talks with the media team at Oscar Fest to stream the event so that people who cannot make it in person can actually enjoy it, even those who have disabilities, right? So I'm also going to speak to the team at CHAOSScon to see if that is going to be possible. In fact, CHAOSScon is just one room, so I feel like it's very much likely to work if they can stream on YouTube live, and with the sign language interpreter present, I think we are good to go to stream. All we just need is steady internet and it can work. Right. So I'm going to speak to the team again about that. I think we should put that down. Let me put that down so I don't forget. Yeah, so I'm going to speak to the team about that. So if they cannot come in person, then there'll be an opportunity for us to stream and for them to enjoy the session.
All right, thank you.
Right. Yeah, um so that's that for the feedback, yeah, with the CHAOSScon panel. So I don't know if anybody has gone through um the panel brief. Does anybody have any suggestion that we can add? This is a discussion
Still
now.
reading through it. So
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry, I can see you share two Google Docs. Are they the same?
Sorry?
I can see you shared the two Google Docs links here. Are they the
No, no,
same?
no. No, I don't think they are. No, they're not the same thing. One is the brief, one is the panel brief, and the other one is the normal meeting minutes.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I can
Mm,
see it here.
yeah.
All right.
So while you go through it, we can talk about what we have next. Okay. So the other thing we have on our agenda is research questions. So this research has been pending, and for good reason. We don't want to jump into it. We want to be very prepared. I wanted to reach out to the research team and say, okay, let's work together to draft questions. And then I felt, okay, you know what? It would be nice for us to come up with questions as a team. So this is the brainstorming period now. Nothing is too out of place. Let us suggest questions we would want to ask these people. So this is basically a user testing. Let me give you a preview. This is basically a user testing of the CHAOSS website. So we need these people who have visual impairments to use the website, whether it's the CHAOSS general website. Yes, that's where we are starting with, and give us feedback on their give us feedback on their experience, right? I know not everybody here is a user experience developer or designer, but we really need your suggestions or opinion as to what specific questions you think would be appropriate to ask these people why they carry out this user testing, because we also want it to be a conversation, a discussion. So maybe we give them, say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or less to go through the website, and then we ask questions. So what kind of questions do you think we can ask to really get the exact details of their experience with our website?
Okay, Toria, so this the questions I want to ask, is it like for disabled ones that wants
Yes,
to access?
this, yes.
Okay. Mm.
So what are our ideas? That I brought my notepad so that we can write. What are the suggested questions we can ask them? Because we plan to do it in batches and speak to different groups of people. So even if it's to get at least 5 questions from the group, that would really help.
Sorry, Toria, I didn't get the question right. So, what are you asking us?
So I was saying questions that we are going to ask people with disabilities who we are going to be doing the interview with. So the user testing, what are the questions we could possibly ask them to get a detailed information of their experience using the CHAOSS website?
Okay, you see, I really don't know how they. Please,
See,
if they are
there's
going
no
to be
wrong
using video,
question. There's no wrong answer. Sorry to cut you off. There's no wrong answer. I promise you. Like, this is the brainstorming phase. There's no wrong answer. So any question at all could work.
okay, because I was going to say, like, is it that we are going to ask them to, maybe for example, now let's say on the website, can you locate maybe the information about the maybe a particular group? Let's say, can you locate information about the research group, or what are those other groups that we have aside there, the design group, to know if they could like do it without facing any difficulty, something like that. Does it count? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it could count, but the thing now is we don't want to make it seem like a quiz, right?
Okay.
Because already they're doing us a favor checking the experience, right? So we don't want to make it tedious for them. We don't want to make it like a quiz that they get tired and they don't want to participate. So we can coin it in a way that makes the question interesting. Like, okay, your question works, how to find a particular group. We can ask what their experience is and how difficult it was. And yeah, in that line, I think it works. So we
To
have
me,
a
it's like,
chat.
all right. To me, it's like we should create a scenario and let them explore it themselves. For example, we know that when you visit a CHAOSS website, you can navigate yourself to calendar, and then from that calendar page, you can integrate various CHAOSS event into your own personal calendar. So we will tell them that it's possible for you to get notified about CHAOSS activities via calendar notifications. For example, let's say you are interested in joining CHAOSS Asia and then be attending their meetings. So you can, it's possible, either the CHAOSS website and navigate yourself to the calendar page and integrate the CHAOSS Asia into your own personal calendar so that you will be active and be receiving communications regarding their activities. How about that?
I like how specific that is, because even for me, who does not have a disability, I really found it difficult to add the CHAOSS calendar into my own calendar. I think they even had to do like a demo video. You had to use a demo video. So I feel like we
Yeah,
can
the
ask
last
them to do
time.
that, then help them out with that.
Oh, okay. The last time I added chaos activities into my own calendar, it's very difficult for me. At some point of time, I have to pull every event, both North America, Europe, Asia, and chaos at large. So and then of course my life, my kind of commitments was like during I have like off-grid season where I went totally dark with limited or no internet access and uh, power as well. So that's during that time I remove every engagement into my calendar to avoid distraction. So when I came back to add Google Chaos event into my calendar again, ready to commit. So I then see that everything is now simplified to the extent that you can download only a specific working group that you want to integrate into your own calendar. For example, Chaos Africa, you can download only specific Chaos Africa events, and then you can download Chaos at large community events like that include community bi-weekly community town hall meeting or something like that, and then DEI and all those kind of working groups. It's now very, very easy because it separates different categories of working groups, right? So I think I like it the way it is now because you don't have to jump pack your calendar with event that you don't want to be participated in.
Yeah, it was very, I think those were one of the changes they made from the whole testing. I think those were one of the things they changed from the testing. So we've not checked again. Some of the things we tested before have been resolved. So these are things we've not actually checked again. Yes, it has been resolved. It's easier now for people who do not have disabilities compared to how bad it was before. Now we want to know if it's also easy for people with disabilities, which is the whole point of the testing. So I agree with you. So probably we might do like a demo video to show them how to do it and see if they can do it. Um, if the people with disabilities can, I'm not sure they'll be able to figure it out because there was no um ad libs. No, what's it called? Not ad libs. Ad libs for music. My brain is audio. There was no audio to the video that will help people to know what's going on, right? So the video was not calling for people with disabilities. Nothing like, okay, she's moving from this place to this place and that place to that place for people to actually know where you're moving. It's just like visuals all through. So I don't know if it's going to be helpful. I don't know if we're going to be able to like adjust it for people with disabilities first and see if they can be able to join, add the calendar to their calendar using the video. We can always work we cannot always go back to that and see how we can work it out, right? But yeah, I do like the question. No, Winifred asked a question too in the chat. She said, what do you understand about chaos from your interaction? This is actually a very good question because the whole point of the website is to be a conversion website that tells people what CHAOSS is and what CHAOSS does. So if the website is not explaining that, then there's something wrong, right? I agree. We can factor this into the research question. Blessing, have you been able to modify your own question?
Not really, but I thought of another one. Something like the form, can we ask them in relation to maybe when they are filling forms to register? I don't know how the CHAOSS website is though, but I feel it requires us registering as a new user, right? If you want to onboard, does it? Like if it's going to be that they are registering, then those form fields too, is it something they can do using their keypads for people with disability or whatever whatever accessibility stuff they're using, device they're using to access it? Is it something that they can easily do the registration with?
Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe with the new updates, because so far I didn't see specific form fields
But
for
that CHAOSS
the
education, I
general
think we
page.
need to create an account. I'm not sure. There was one CHAOSS
Okay.
education stuff then
Was the
that we were
CHAOSS
creating an
education
account.
added to the main website?
That I don't have
The
an
CHAOSS
idea
education
of.
added.
I don't
Okay.
know whether it is.
So the CHAOSS education, is it its own website, or is it different from the general CHAOSS website?
The one, like the link I got then, I don't know whether it's embedded with the general website. Well, it took me to a page that it asked me to create an account to be able to access the courses.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
embedded with the general website or not.
Okay. I think I'll have to add that too, because the whole point of the education website is to teach newbies how to move about, or how to work, or how to contribute to chaos. And if people with disabilities are part of the newbies, they also know how to navigate that website. So we'll probably just write it here that we're adding, if it's not part of it, we will just add the education website. Okay, so this is what we have so far, but we still need to like modify the questions. So I'm going to reach out to the research team in CHAOSS. If we want to be part of it too, I'll create a document where we can all edit and look at the questions and arrange it properly to prepare ourselves for the research. So I was thinking to schedule it this week, but I don't know how it's going to be, because it's supposed to be recorded, it's supposed to be in person, and I need to make sure that the participants are have the time, right? Their chance to do it, to do the user testing. So those are just the two things we have on our agenda. Does anybody have anything they want to add to the agenda?
Hi,
Not
Victoria.
for now from my own end, but just create the agenda, just create the docs and others, so maybe something might just pop up into our head the next time.
Okay. Blessing, you wanted to say something?
Yes, please. I was going to ask that on that CHAOSS website, are there stuff like all these documentation, documents, something so there on the CHAOSS website?
Yes, I think so. Hold on, let me just quickly share the website. Let me share my screen so we see what it looks like. Yes.
Uh, I don't know what happened to her. Okay, she's not. She's back. All right, thank you. Mic check 1 2. Can anybody hear me? Uh,
Yes, I can, Hamza. I think our network. Maybe it's our network.
okay. So, Toria, in case if you can hear us, so, we know, maybe you are behind
I
the
think
face coming.
my internet kicked me out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Uh,
So you are connected now. We can hear you loud and clear.
okay. I'm trying to connect with my PC because I'm trying to share my screen, so give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. So you can hear me, yes?
yes, please, I can.
Okay. Yeah, so I was trying to share the CHAOSS website so you see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the website looks like, basically. We have the About Us page with so this is exactly why I wanted us to do the whole user testing thing. Because if you look at this, it has so many follow-up buttons, right? So we want to know if people who are using it will be able to go through all of them without having issues. So this is what the calendar page looks like right now. So we want to know if they'll be able to use it without having issues, if it's accessible. I mean, on our own, we've used On our own, we've used the screen readers to check, but it's not enough for someone who obviously can see to use the screen reader, because when it gets difficult, they'll have options. So yes, there's a documentation, there's a blog page. So I feel like this is where CHAOSS documentation is. So these things are here. This is what it looks like. So yeah, that's basically it. So guys, this is all we have so far. Any questions, any additions? Because I feel like this is where we are going to be ending our meeting early today. Only 40 minutes. We've not stick up to the 1 hour. Does anybody have any question before we
Yeah,
call
so
it?
can you please can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So in relation to that, is it possible to ask them, since they are like documentations, maybe we can ask them if they can access and understand the documentation using maybe whatever accessibility technology or stuff that they are using, to be able to know whether they really can find it and understand that documentation, or maybe when they are onboarding, is it something that was the onboarding step process was clear to them without facing any difficulty?
So we are hoping to have enough time to do all of this, because remember, we don't want to take their whole day. Imagine sitting for more than 20 minutes doing something, you're going to be tired. So we want to pick out where we think is very intricate, specific places we need their opinion to solve the problem, right? So that's what we are going to do. So for the reading of the documentation, they're going to have to read the documentation, understand the documentation, and that is going to take a whole lot of time. So if they can be able to assess the documentation, then that's fine. They can read it on their own, and maybe we'll ask them for feedback, maybe a follow-up or something.
A follow-up, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm still recording. Great. So yeah, this is where we come to the end of today's meeting. I'll follow up on my own task. I don't know. Do we have any, aside this, I don't know if we have any task. I don't think we do. I don't think we have any tasks for now. At least your CHAOSScon is over and we have the results for the research. Then maybe after that we can do a follow-up, maybe when Brian returns. So far, we're good. So hopefully if the research happens this week or next week, our next meeting will have a feedback on it and the complete feedback on how the panel conversation discussion is going to be. So that's it, guys. And maybe I'll reach out to Vicky and Yiga again when our meeting finally holds, because we've all been, it was difficult for us to come up with a time that suits everybody. So when we are available to fine-tune the testing, the auditing, and I feel like this user testing is going to help us know what exactly to do as well. So when we are done with that, if you have feedback in 2 weeks, then we'll also give feedback on that. So that's it from me. Thank you guys for joining in, cutting out time from your busy schedules to be here. I really appreciate, and I'm happy we're here. I'm looking forward to seeing us in 2 weeks' time. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in CHAOSS Corner. Please.
Looking forward to see you too.
Yeah, bye everyone.
To real network again. Anyway, thank God we are wrapping it up.